Alright there guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to Savotta Russia. This is a video I really have wanted to make for a long time because the wheels, the tires and the rims for the 4x4 project here behind me have arrived, or they have arrived. So that is really awesome. I mean, I am charged and overly happy because we can get on with this project. So with this little video here, I want to show you the tires. We have them right here. I will explain you a little bit about them because it's quite a unique concept. We have one of the rims down there. We can hopefully see. If we cannot, then I'll definitely show them. We're gonna mount one of them and all that good stuff. I also want to give a big thank you to all of you guys who for the past months and in general have been supporting the channel, have been supporting the project, because that has made me realize this project a little bit faster than doing it on my own. So thank you very much guys, and if you want to continue supporting the project, because we're gonna need some modifications and so on, there's links in the description, subscribe star, and first and foremost boost is the best option, and subscribe and like and all that good stuff, because as they all say, it helps the channel. But anyway, let's get on with it. So that's one of the tires. You have the 3-on ones over there. The boss is taking care of them, he's watching over them. He loves to guard. But as you can see, these are kind of like homemade tires, sort of. They are about 110 centimeters high. They are 50 centimeters wide. So these are gonna be like low pressure tires. You can see they're very soft. And the way these are made, it's an old Soviet Russian concept. The way they're made, they are removing some layers, and you can see the marks of the layers they have been removing. These are from all-terrain logging truck tires, old ones of course. And that's why they are relatively cheap. Here we have the rim, one of the rims. You can see the bed logger rims. They're made specially for Nissan hubs, of course. They're conical in order to make them a little bit stronger. Here we have a valve that's just I think it's just a ½ inch or whatever, maybe a 1 inch, just standard tubing. And on this guy here we're gonna mount a faucet or something like that, you can call it. The weather have been super bad. Day before yesterday, me and my buddy Slava, the engineer, we managed to lift the Nissan up here, so we can actually put on the rims and tires and all that good stuff. We have to go to the tire shop, of course, and have them mount the tires and all that good stuff. But that is not something we need to do right away. But we have to do a lot of cutting and all that good stuff. But about the tires and the rims, you can buy aluminium rims, you can buy factory tires. I think a set of factory rims and tires, or 4 pieces, I think they cost around 350,000 or maybe even more rubles. And I got all this for less than 100, so I had to make some decisions, right? There's different ways to make these rims and so on, because it's an old Soviet project. Just give concepts. Just give me just a minute or two here, because back in the Soviet Union, when they made their own all-terrain vehicles, there were no factory low-pressure tires for all-terrain use, so they made them themselves. So they what is it called? They're just delayering tires from forest vehicles. And then they become thinner and much softer and much lighter. They are very light actually, and that makes them ideal for ordinary vehicles. So we can drive in the forest and wherever we want, swamps and so on, with very low pressure in the tires. So I think they normally run about 0.8 bar to 0.3 or something like this. They're bed loggers, so that means that the tire will not turn on the rims, or what we can say, right? Slide on the rims. First of all, we're of course gonna have to remove the bumper. we're gonna have to remove the headlights. The hood also have to be modified, or maybe we'll make one entirely different one. You can see here we have a lot of rust here, right? Because it's a Nissan Terrano. It's assembled in Spain, and they have a problem with rust. But that's not a concern of ours really, because all this here has to go. This guy here, we have, yeah, this is just surface rust, and that is nothing to worry about. The frame is solid. It's just been standing for 3 years or something, 4 years maybe actually. Engine is legendary Nissan R20 diesel 2.7 liters, 125 horsepower and so on. But all this has to go. All this stuff in here also has to go. So we have a little bit of a modification to do on the inside. But the vehicle is actually in good condition, especially the engine. The front, you can see, has the McPherson system, right? So that means that the tires, they go more or less just straight up and down. On the rear here we have a I don't know what's called in English actually. You guys can help me. We have a bridge. We call that a mast, a bridge in Russian. Also pretty rusty. But it's very powerful. That is also used on Nissan Patrol. So this is approximately what it's gonna look like. We put the vehicle a little bit high up, but that's because it's better to work on it like that, right? But that's approximately, there's definitely the width of how the wheels are gonna sit. Maybe they're actually gonna sit a little bit further out there. I'll show you when we mount the discs there. And as I mentioned, we have to cut here, we have to remove all that stuff up there and replace it with we have to replace this upper thingy with some square tubing and this and that, and mount some big plastic fenders and so on. Some of you might think that yeah, the bearings will not hold up to it, nothing will hold up to it, and I don't blame you for that. But keep in mind that this is not built for speed. I think top speed is gonna be like 40 kilometers an hour most likely. It's of course just for crawling through the woods and swamps and whatnot. And there are many guys who make this on the UAC, the UAS, and the Ladaniva as well actually. Ladaniva is have the same construction as the Nissan Terrano, McPherson in the front and a differential bridge on the rear. And of course the bearings, they most likely will wear out a little bit faster, but it's not made for speed, and they're not that heavy as you might think. I mean, you can lift them pretty easily, and there's even water in this one. It's not too bad. They're not too heavy. The rims here are also not too heavy, so everything should be fine. But we of course have to do some work. And I think I'll mount the rim here just to show you what it's gonna look like. Okay guys, so here we have the rim. So now you can see how the wheels are gonna sit actually. So that's gonna be the width of the vehicle. On both sides, of course. They're made so they will work with the tubeless tires, because they're gonna run tubeless, because we don't want tubes in them, because then they get a little bit harder. We don't really want hard, low pressure tires. So yeah, you guys know, I sold the tank, and I'm partly financing the project through the sale of the tank. But I also had to put some money into the house, because we actually managed to survive the winter here without running water in the house, without drainage in the house. That's we have been that I've been fixing now. That's also why I'm not making that many videos at the moment. But yeah, that's why it's called Survival Russia, right? But anyway, this concept here has a lot of advantages over the tank. One of the main reasons I sold the tank was, and by the way, I sold it to a gold miner, 11,000 kilometers from here. Russia is quite large, right? But steel tracks, steel on steel, you're running steel on steel, that's very expensive. The tracks, they cost almost 500,000 rubles by themselves. So I thought that, yeah, the longer I drive it, the harder it's gonna be to sell it, and actually it took me a very long time to sell it. But finally I got it sold to a gold miner far from here. And what we can do with the low pressure tires here is that we are of course able to drive over logs and uneven terrain and so on very, very comfortably when we are running like let's say half a bar or something like this, right? It's gonna be very smooth ride. The tank was actually also very, very smooth ride. Another awesome thing about this here is that I can drive this alone if I have to. I couldn't do that with the tank. I could, but that would be very risky. And yeah, it was not awesome. But yeah, the tank was awesome. I love to drive it, and I loved having it. But I'll be much more happy with this guy here. I'm pretty sure about that. But it's gonna take quite some work. So yeah, links in the description for the ones of you who would appreciate to support it. Boosty is the best option. Subscribestar is good as well, as I said. But I have to do a lot of tricks and so on in order to get the money. So Boosty is by far the best option. So guys, that's the ATV project. That's the all-terrain vehicle project. That's gonna be awesome. We have to see how far we can get it, fast we can get it moving. Because I really want to test this guy out. And of course, as I said, there are most likely some repairs here and there. We also have to start it up and everything. But there was nothing wrong with the vehicle when we parked it. We just parked it because it's a foreign car. I couldn't insure it any longer and all that good stuff. So I just put it. It was been standing, but I kept it exactly for this purpose here. So that's it, guys. Please check the links in the description, and please consider supporting the channel and all that good stuff. I actually have some other projects coming up, forest projects. We should not forget to go to the forest, right? But that's gonna be interesting as well. So yeah, check the links in the description. Please consider supporting the channel and all that good stuff. And until next time, get out and train, get it done, do something awesome. And see you in the next video, guys, whatever it's gonna be. Thank you very much for your time, and good to see you all again.